6 women, 1 finish line. Ta Lou-Smith of Ivory Coast, Neita of Great Britain, McCoy of the USA. No easy lanes in this field. Who takes it tonight in Brescia? Jingqi V of South Africa, lane 1. She's been building on the international circuit and she's here to make a move. Crystal Slodgley of Jamaica, lane 2. A name that keeps showing up on the Diamond League circuit. Michelle McCoy of the United States, lane 3. Consistent all season and right in contention tonight. Marie-Josée Ta Lou-Smith, Ivory Coast, lane 5. Double silver medalist at the World Championships. Season best of 10.90. She's 35 and she is not slowing down. Daryll Neita of Great Britain, lane 6. She trains in Italy, holds relay medals from both the World Championships and the Olympics, and finished 4th in the 100 at last year's games. Kally Doualla Edimo, lane 7. The top Italian in this field. She is 17 years old and she's already under 11 seconds. Note that Amy Hunt was listed in lane 4, but she has been withdrawn from this race. Six women in the blocks. Hunt and Niles are out. The field is smaller tonight, but it is not any less competitive. They're settling into their lanes now. The crowd here in Brescia is locked in. Last year, this race was a battle fought into a strong headwind. Conditions look better tonight, and with a cleaner run, this field has a chance to go fast from the gun all the way to the tape. On your marks. Brescia goes quiet. Lanes 1, 2, 3 on the inside. Lanes 5, 6, 7 on the outside. 6 women, 1 shot at the win. Everyone is set. The tension in this stadium is real. In the 100 meters, there is no margin for error, no time to recover, no second chance. 6 women, 1 shot at the win, and the gun is about to fire. They're off. Good start. Ta Lou-Smith out hard from lane 5, already imposing herself at 50 meters. Neita is right there, pushing from the outside, not giving an inch. Ta Lou-Smith powering to the line. She's clear. Ta Lou-Smith wins it. Ivory Coast takes gold. She runs 10.92, smooth and controlled wire to wire. McCoy gets silver for the United States. Neita takes bronze for Great Britain. Ta Lou-Smith at the top of the podium in Brescia. What a performance from this 6-woman field. 10.92, smooth from start to finish. She is 35 years old and she is still running at this level, still winning at this level. Ta Lou-Smith has spent years collecting medals at the top of this sport, and tonight in Brescia she does it again. The crowd here is on its feet and they are giving her everything. Slow motion. Watch Ta Lou-Smith off the gun. Her reaction is immediate. The drive phase out of the blocks is compact and efficient. By 30 meters, she's already in full upright stride. Look at the gap she builds through the middle. Neita is working on the outside and cannot close it. McCoy from lane 3, but the gap is too wide. Head still, arms driving through the finish. That is what 35 looks like when you've done it your whole life. Ta Lou-Smith taking it all in now. The Brescia crowd giving her a full reception, and she has earned every second of it. Neita with bronze. A solid opener to her season right there. McCoy, silver. Big run. McCoy runs 11.06, season best. She came to Brescia and delivered a sharp, competitive race for the United States. Neita started her season late, but the quality is clearly there. She'll only get sharper from here. Kally Doualla Edimo, 17 years old, soaking in this moment. Italy has a serious prospect right here. Ta Lou-Smith, one of the most consistent sprinters on the circuit. A world indoor silver already on her resume, and now another win tonight in Brescia. 10.92 on the board. Ta Lou-Smith of Ivory Coast, and the crowd here at the Campo Atletica Gabriel Gabrick is giving her everything. She loves this, and they love her right back. Ta Lou-Smith wins it in Brescia. 10.92 for Ivory Coast. Final results. Ta Lou-Smith, Ivory Coast, gold in 10.92. McCoy, United States, silver in 11.06. Neita, Great Britain, bronze in 11.12. Ta Lou-Smith is 35 years old. She has a world indoor silver medal, and tonight she is the best woman in this field. Ivory Coast takes the win right here in Brescia. The race was settled before the final 20 meters. Ta Lou-Smith came out of lane 5, and by the 50-meter mark, she had already broken the field. That's where this one was won. Neita was right there on the outside, working hard, not conceding anything, but the gap Ta Lou-Smith built through the middle of the race was too wide to close over the final stretch. When a sprinter of that quality gets a clean run through the acceleration phase and hits top speed with clean mechanics, the race is effectively over before the finish line comes into view. What made the run at 10.92 so convincing wasn't the time, it was the control. Ta Lou-Smith has always been a technically efficient sprinter, and at 35 that efficiency matters more than ever. You can't rely on raw output the way you could at 25. What you can do is eliminate waste. Her drive phase out of the blocks was compact, her transition to upright running was smooth, and through the final 20 meters her form didn't break down. Head still, no tightening in the shoulders, arms driving, not flailing. That is a sprinter who has been running 100 meters for a long time and knows exactly what her body needs to do. Lane 5 gave her a clean look at the field from the start, and she used it. She imposed herself on this race early, which forced everyone else to react to her rather than run their own race. McCoy ran a solid silver in 11.06. That is a competitive time in this field, and she came from lane 3, which is not the easiest draw in a 6-woman race. She had Neita wide on one side and Ta Lou-Smith pressing out of 5 on the other. McCoy held her form and finished with purpose. Neita's 11.12 for bronze was a reasonable result for someone who described this as an early season outing. She trains out of Italy, she knows this track, and she has the medal pedigree from both relay events at the Olympics and World Championships. But the individual race is a different animal, and she couldn't find the gear to threaten Ta Lou-Smith tonight. Crystal Slodgley from Jamaica ran 11.17 in 4th. Given the company, that's a respectable performance, though the gap to the podium tells you something about the depth in those top 3 lanes tonight. Kally Doualla Edimo, the 17-year-old Italian, came in 5th at 11.29. She's already sub-11, and for a teenager competing in a field of senior internationals, the experience alone is worth the entry fee. The 2 DNS entries, Hunt and Niles, reduced the field to 6, which always changes the dynamics slightly. Fewer bodies, more open lanes, less traffic through the first 30 meters. Ta Lou-Smith has been one of the most decorated short sprinters of her generation without ever quite getting the headlines she deserves. The double silver at the 2017 World Championships in London defined her early career. She ran 10.72 in 2017, still her personal best, which put her among the fastest women in the history of the event at the time. Since then, the world has moved on somewhat, with deeper fields and faster times emerging from Jamaica and the United States, but Ta Lou-Smith has continued to compete at the front of international fields year after year. Running 10.92 at 35 is not a declining champion hanging on. It's a sprinter who has managed her body and her career intelligently and is still producing competitive results. For context, 10.92 on a clean run in a serious race is a time most professional sprinters will never touch in their careers. What this win signals is straightforward. She is fit, she is sharp, and her mechanics are intact. The season has a long way to go before the major championships, and a win here in Brescia, controlled and smooth, suggests she's building rather than peaking. The question for Ta Lou-Smith at this stage of her career is never whether she can run fast. It's whether she can time a peak correctly and arrive at a major championship in the right window. She has done it before. Tonight was a reminder that she still has the ability to do it again. The scoreboard read 10.92 in Brescia, and there was nothing left to argue about.